I've worked as a live-in caregiver for over a decade. You learn to expect strange things, sleepless nights, confused patients, whispered conversations with people who aren't there. But nothing prepared me for what happened in the Crawley house. It was an old Victorian on the edge of town. My patient, Mr. Holden, was in his late 80s, non-verbal due to a stroke, barely moved except to blink or twitch a finger. His daughter hired me, said he couldn't be left alone anymore. From the first night, the house felt wrong. I noticed it in the silence. It wasn't just quiet, it was too quiet. The kind of silence that presses into your eardrums like the air is listening. The lights in the upstairs hallway flickered, always the same one above the attic door. The bulb wasn't faulty. I changed it 3 times. Mr. Holden stared at that attic door a lot. One night, as I was giving him his medication, his eyes drifted to the ceiling, and he began making this rasping sound, like a whisper through sand. It didn't sound like choking or distress. It sounded intentional, repeating. I leaned in close, his lips barely moved, but the sound was real. Eyano, Aoyon. That was the first time I heard those words. I asked his daughter if he'd ever spoken those words before, but she just looked confused. That doesn't mean anything, she said. He hasn't spoken in over a year. But she said it too fast, like she didn't want me to ask more. Things escalated quickly after that. I'd hear creaking footsteps overhead at night, but no one ever went into the attic. I tried once. The door was locked from the inside. A week later, I found a single black feather on the stairs leading up to it. Then Mr. Holden's paintings started changing. He had a few old family portraits lining the halls, dull, faded things. But one night, I passed by and froze. His portrait had changed, just slightly. The background, which used to be a plain blue, now showed something behind him, a dark figure, shadowed, with antlers. The next night it was closer. I tried to take the painting down, but it wouldn't budge. The frame was cold, too cold to touch, like holding dry ice. Then I started seeing it myself. At night, from the corner of my eye, I'd catch a glimpse of tall, skeletal limbs slipping into doorways. The old pipes in the walls would groan in patterns, like breathing. One time, I swear I saw someone standing at the foot of my bed, even though my room was locked. Then came the dreams. In them, I was in the attic, but it was much larger inside, endless, echoing. Wooden beams stretched into darkness. Mr. Holden was there, standing, alive and young again. He pointed to the far wall, and on it was that word again. Eyano. I asked what it meant. He just smiled. Then the walls bled. When I finally broke into the attic, I found nothing but dust. Except for one thing, a mirror, old and cracked, with something scrawled on the inside of the glass. Not on the surface, inside the glass. Ese past, bui sagnu I. I still don't know what it means. That night, Mr. Holden died. His daughter didn't cry. She just said, "It's done." I left the house the next morning and never looked back. But sometimes in my new place, the lights still flicker. And when I wake from those dreams, I swear I can still hear his voice, whispering from just behind the mirror. Eyano aoyon, ese past, bui sagnue I. And I think I understand now. It wasn't a warning. It was a calling.